This is 12-1 Sums, Products, and Factors, page 2. Still doing the same thing. So we're going to get the product, which means the final answer when I multiply. So that would be 2x squared, a negative 7x, and a 10x is a positive 3x, and a negative 35. My factors, I'm going to start here because the only two factors I have are 1 and 35 and 5 and 7, but it also has to go into here, so I'm going to put a 5 and a 7. Now, one of them has to be negative. I'm going to figure that out in a minute. So then I'm going to do x and x to get my 2x squared. Then I do 2 times, that would be 14. So then the 7 would have to come down here. And then the 5 would have to come here. So did you see how when I put the 7 here? So 2 times 2x times 5 gave me 10x. That's a positive. And so that has to be positive, because that has to be positive. And then this would be negative, because if I put that negative, it would cause this to be negative. So let me check my boxes. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. Negative 7x times x is negative 7x. Negative 7 times 5 is negative 35. So sometimes you're going to get it in the right spot, sometimes not. So this is x plus 5 and 2x minus 7. So when you're done, make sure you are checking that. Checking our inner rainbows. That's 10 positive 10x. That's negative 7x, which is a positive 3x. I'm just checking my middle term. You can check your first term, check your last term. That's how you check your middle term. Okay, here we go. We're going to not be given the boxes. We're going to have to create the boxes. So remember that the squared number goes in the top. The constant goes here. The negative 6x and 8x. If there's an x squared, start with the x squared. So this would be x squared. Remember when we combine to get the middle term, so that is positive 2x. And this is minus 48. Okay. Factor of x squared is x and x. Factor of 8x is x and positive 8. Factor of negative 6x is x and negative 6. Factor of negative 48 is negative 6 and positive 8. So that is x minus 6 and x plus 8. So something that I learned when I was factoring, because sometimes you're not going to have boxes, is signs are different. And I'm talking about the middle term. And this is sign of larger. And I'm talking about absolute value. So notice that's a negative and that's a positive. And then the 8 is larger than the 6. I'm not looking at that as a negative 6. And he gets the positive sign. That was something I was just told to read. Okay, here we go. The one that goes in the upper is the x squared. So I'm going to get the 3x squared here. I am going to get a negative 10x here and a negative 21x here. Notice the other time I just put them willy-nilly and then had to just put them anywhere and then had to readjust, and this is 70. Okay, so factors of product is 3x squared. Combining that and that is minus 31x. and that is plus 70. So on my antennas, we're going to just do antennas right now. Ooh, sorry, knocked my camera. This says signs are the same. And this is, since that's the sign of the bigger, they're both negative. So they're both negative. So I know to get that, it's going to be a negative times a negative. Okay, here we go. 3x squared. I have a 3 and a 1 to get the constant, so 3x times x. But 3 doesn't go into 10, so I already know that they can't go there, because in order to get here, I have to actually look there also. So I'm going to put the 3x here and the x here, and x goes into here and 3 goes into here, and that works. So 3x here is negative 7, negative 10 if I go across, but here they are positive 70. So this would be x minus 7 and 3x minus 10. The signs are the same. The bigger one, which is 10, is a negative. This is my rainbows are a negative 21x and a negative 10x to become negative 31x. That is page 3 of 12-1, sums, products, and factors.